Officers, what criminal actually impressed you with their criminal skills? We had a guy who ran one of those we buy your gold places. Typically he did some moderate business, but it just wasn't enough for the lifestyle he wanted. So he decided to rob a better jewelry store. He found one that sold only very high quality jewelry and was about 300 miles away from his house. He visited them one day pretending to be a security contractor and got the name of the safe they used, noted the type of alarm, cameras, and all the other security elements. Then went home and bought the exact same safe. He spent months planning how to break into the safe without possibly tripping the alarm, but he wasn't having any luck. He was dedicated, kept working on it, and finally came up with a plan. He got his brother and another person and they turned off their cell phones at home, then drove to the store and got there in the middle of the night. They climbed onto the roof, cut a hole in the ceiling and purposefully tripped the alarm. They put the ceiling tiles back and laid down on the roof. The owner came and the police came. The owner checked out the store. Nothing looked wrong. Police hadn't seen anyone, so the owner decided his alarm must have malfunctioned. He turns off the alarm, because hey, he'll be back here in a couple hours to open, sends the officer away and he goes home. The thief, able to hear the system is disabled from his hiding spot, then opens a hole in the ceiling again. They casually drop into the business and basically wipe the place out. Estimates ran around 4 to 6 million in gold. They take all the gold home where he starts to slowly mix it in with his regular business. He melts all the gold down to sell, so it's not like the pieces can be identified. They generate some fake business receipts, but lots of his transactions are cash-based and a small business keeping sloppy records is nothing new. Meanwhile, the jewelry store owner feels like a complete idiot and the cops only find one lone cigarette butt inside, no prints, they must have worn gloves. The police also get a security image from a business outside of a black truck coming and going at the right time, but the license plate is obscured and the thieves are covered up enough that the poor quality camera can't catch much that's helpful. I believe the cigarette came back with a partial match to one of the sidekicks. Now mind you, a partial DNA match is pretty mediocre evidence at best, even though juries love even partial DNA. That gets the police looking in the right direction. The IRS has noticed our thief doubled his income that year, and then the next year had a slump but somehow managed to buy a whole heaping lot of stuff, with cash that had to be unreported. He bought a Land Rover, some sports car, a $400,000 house and a new in-ground pool, all with cash that was unaccounted for. A check of cell phone records had one of the cell phones pinging about an hour away from the crime scene in the middle of the night. And the truck he had was the same type of truck that showed up at the scene. It was a lot of little things, but it was enough altogether to make a pretty decent case and a jury convicted him at trial. The main criminal actually ended up almost escaping from prison by trying a similar trick and climbing onto the roof of the building before they caught him again.